Hey everyone, Relic here, and we are back playing some more Banished Harsh Survival. So, if you watched the last episode, you probably remember that we ended up doing a little bit of mining, and we'd found a cave, and I kind of continued on with the mining in between episodes, but it wasn't hugely successful. And the reason for that is because it seems the iron generation, which is pretty much the material that we mostly need, was not great. And as much as the torches were causing the problem going out, it was kind of manageable. But yeah, the biggest problem was the complete lack of iron. And as a result, we've only got a little bit of iron. Now, I got that a different way, which I'll go into in a sec, but as a result of that, we didn't really sort of go any further into the cave that we found at the bottom of the mine shaft. So we'll come back into that in a minute. So in between episodes, I've kind of concentrated mainly on trying to make this area a little bit safer. Now, we did have some problems with mobs, and we had a couple more creeper explosions, and we had a whole host of zombies and skeletons. And as a result, I've lost quite a few of the villagers. So I've got this guy. I've kind of got him to come up here and just sort of chill out up here. I've got him to stay. And pretty much the rest of them are all confined into this house just because I wanted to save them. And there is another guy here, or I think this is a girl. She was meant to be, yeah, it is a girl. She was meant to be in the house as well, but she kind of persisted in just doing her own thing, really. I don't know how she got out because I've kind of like barricaded the door with a bit of grass. But as I say, she seemed to be able to get out of there pretty easily. And I'm just collecting up this wheat while we're talking because I kind of beginning to feel that time is of the essence with this game. Because when winter comes, all of our crops die. And yeah, that's cool. All of the crops die and you lose all of the seeds as well. So it kind of feels like a bit of a never-ending battle. So as a result, I've spent some time just trying to make the place a little bit safer. As you can see, I mean, obviously, got the villagers are all sort of holed up in here. And I've got rid of a load of the trees as well, because it was making the place quite dark. And obviously mobs were spawning during the daytime as well, which is never a good thing, because it just meant that we weren't really working very efficiently. I was always worried about mobs, and obviously a lot of the villagers were dying as well, no matter how good a task the guards were doing. So yeah, trees are gone, and the reason why there's sort of just a few sort of floating bits in the air is because after I'd spent some time, these trees take a long time to cut down. And after I spent some time just clearing away from the houses, I actually burnt the rest. So I used a piece of the iron to make a flint and steel. Not the most efficient method, but just going to get myself in really quickly and sleep just so that no mobs spawn. And you can see, even with that little bit of a delay that we just had there with getting to sleep, there's been 3 mobs have spawned, and I'm not quite sure whether they're underground or overground actually. But yeah, it is a little bit of a worry, and as a result, I've kind of decided that we're going to move. Now, I've spent quite a lot of time as well in between this episode and the previous episode just exploring about. And if we just get inside again for a second, because I don't want to be standing looking at the map whilst we're outside. But yeah, so in fact I can't see now because I'm in a house. Let's just go out onto the balcony and that'll be fine. So yeah, is that actually going to let me look at the map? Seemingly not. Let's try this one instead. Yeah, that should be better because we're further away from the house. There we go, that's better. So yeah, as you can see, if we just sort of shrink the map down as far as it will go, we'd already kind of looked around this area. So this was the mountain where we got our initial gravel, and I started to have a look over this side, and we found this cavern, and I've marked that on the map because that was quite a big place. It was quite good for resources, and I found it probably easier to get resources from caving, as much as I'm not really a massive fan of it. I took a couple of the guards along with me, so they kind of helped out with any mobs. And we didn't really go deep into the caves. I was looking for stuff where there was kind of iron spawning quite near the entrances. And as we kind of wander about and as we do a bit of exploring together, you'll see that there's an absolute ton of caves where iron spawns quite close to the entrances and that. But yeah, so then I was trying to do a little bit of exploring to find somewhere alternative to live. And I carried on over this area first, and I found this village. And that is where we're ultimately, I think we're going to move. And it's quite a journey over there. It's about 1,000 or so blocks. But this village has spawned it's quite close to the shore. It probably looks a little bit further away than what it actually is. The only bad thing here, and there's a mob in there, which is already, that is not a good sign. Or is that slime? I can't work it out. I think that might be a slime. I don't know. But anyway, so there's a slime island there, so we're probably going to have to do something about that. But yeah, it's quite isolated being on the water, so the only thing that we're going to have to really worry about with this is mobs basically spawning on unlit areas and all the platforms. We won't have to so much worry about mobs just wandering in. And on the way back, I did find another village as well, because I kind of took a different route back. Kind of did look like a little bit of a loop. And I found this village. Now, what I'm intending to do is I'm intending to go back to this village. After we've moved, I'm intending to go back to this village and grab all the stuff that we can, grab all the villagers and get them to sort of follow me to the new area. And then we're going to build this up. And I kind of want to start a bit of a new civilization. And the reason why I want to do that is basically I've had quite a bit of time to think about this game for now. And one of the things that kind of occurs to me is that there is definitely, especially with a sort of lack of hearts and resources and that, there is definitely a little bit of a case of safety in numbers. And yeah, so the more of us that we can get together, and as I say, plus when you take the guards along to do the mining with you, it's pretty handy because you can kind of just concentrate on what you're doing and you're not having to sort of worry so much about there being mobs. You've obviously still got to watch out for creepers, because if they get too close to you, they're gonna still do damage to you, because they always seem to head towards us. But hey Nelson, how's it going, mate? So yeah, anyway, that is that. The only other thing that I've done, I'm going to come out the other side, is I have, let's make sure there's nothing about, I've grabbed some cows. So I used some of the wheat that we had just to lure some cows, and I've been kind of breeding those up. Now they're these wild cows, and I know somebody mentioned that there is a way to kind of like breed these over time into domestic cows, but I've not really found out how to do that yet. I still sense that there's another mob somewhere near. But yeah, so basically they breed exactly the same, and you can still get leather from them. So yeah, it's all good. But I don't exactly know how you get it so that you can turn them into sort of normal domestic cattle. But I don't think it really matters. The only other thing to note, I guess, in the area is we seem to have had a lot of dogs moved in. Now, wolves. I did get some sheep, but the wolves kind of like I didn't even actually make it back to our little secure area, because the wolves just kind of followed me and killed the sheep, but they ignored the cattle, so that was fine. And the reason I want this is because I want an experience orb down there. The reason why I want this is because I want to make myself a tent. And that's going to make moving easier, because we've got a load of stuff in the house. and I don't really want to be sort of travelling backwards and forwards with all the stuff. And this, if I just show you, I'm a bit concerned standing out here. It certainly, I'll tell you what, this game certainly makes you think about sort of the environment, that is for sure. So yeah, here's the tents. So yeah, I wanted one of these because they're a pretty good shape and they're quite sizable, but they have kind of like a 3 high, or certainly I think the large one does, maybe the medium as well, have a 3 high wall or an alcove in there, so you can get plenty of chests in there. But this one needed wool, and I was pretty unsuccessful, as I've just said, getting sheep. But the TP, which is from the same mod, from the Nomadic Tents mod, you can make these. So these take these TP wall sections, but you make those basically out of leather, which is pretty much why I've got the cows. So I'm gonna need to get those bred up, because each one of those sections takes 4 leather, and we need, I think it was 6 sections that we need, so I need 24 leather all in all, and I've got sort of a couple so far. And once we've got that, as I say, I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna collect up as much of this food as I can before winter kicks off again, and hopefully we'll be in a pretty good position to actually sort of make the journey and get ourselves to a little bit more safety. Although, as I say, by looking at the mini-map, I'm now not convinced that we aren't going to come across the same thing. But the quicker that we can get there, the quicker that we can sort of make sure that nothing else bad happens in the village. So there is one thing that we can do to speed things up a little bit, certainly in terms of the crop growth. We've got in the pack, we've got the watering can, and that's pretty easy to make, and we've definitely got the resources to make that. So we've already got a bucket. We need 4 pieces of iron and some bone meal. So just gonna grab some of that out. So 4 pieces of iron, and I can't remember where the bucket is now, but hopefully it's fairly easy to find. We haven't got a whole lot of resources. Obviously we've got a lot of wood now from all the trees that we chopped down. Right, there's some bones there, so we'll grab that. And I think maybe the bucket's in here. I'm hoping it is. Yeah, there it is. So if we just nip into our inventory, we'll turn that into bone meal. And then if we go onto the crafting table, we should just be able to... we need some water in the bucket. So let's just nip out and grab that. And I don't remember putting that block there, but seemingly I did. So we go and grab some water. We should be able to make this watering can pretty easily. Okay, so got ourselves a full water bucket now. I say just pop those in there. That is the watering can. And I just want to make sure that the mechanics on this haven't been changed, as many of them have been, to make sure that still makes stuff grow pretty quickly. And if it does, then I'll feel a lot better about the whole food situation. So I'm guessing we haven't even got to fill it up. That is really good. And just keeping an eye out for mobs while I'm doing this. It does look as though this is working pretty quickly. Oh, that's really good. Really, really pleased with that. There's another watering can in one of the mods in 1.10, which requires you to, and it's the one that's in the Advanced 3 mod, the mod pack, that you basically have to keep filling the watering can up. But yeah, this one you don't, and I like that. That is good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera for a while. I'm basically going to breed the cows up a load more times, just so we grab a load of leather, and then we can start to get the tent built. We can get our stuff organised, and we can start to think about moving out. There is one thing that I want to do before we do that, but I'll go through that when we come back. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we are back, and it's been a little while. It's took a little bit longer than I thought it would do, but we've got the leather that we need, and you can see I've got another head. And I did die again, just to add to my ever-growing tally of deaths. This time it wasn't the most glamorous of deaths. It was death by cow. So I managed to fall down while I was killing the cows because the wild cows do attack. But you can see we've got some of the domestic cows now. I just kept breeding. And yeah, eventually they've turned into normal cows. But yeah, that is all good. So we're going to get ourselves inside and see if we can make this tent. And it looked pretty easy, so hopefully it is. And just get some sticks because that is the other ingredient that we need. So, and I know I've got an absolute ton of those. Let's get over to the crafting table, and we need, spell it correctly, so it's this one that we want, and we need six of these. As I say, they're pretty easy to make, so there we go, there is our 6, and then we can make our tent like so. And then in order to make this work, we're going to need another item, and it's a tent hammer, I think. Let's just have a quick check. Or mallet. I thought it was called hammer for a minute. Obviously it's called mallet. There we go. There's 2 versions of this, and I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe it's durability, but this one requires blocks of gold, which we just don't have yet. So we are going to have to go with this one. And I didn't really want to use any of my iron, because I want to use that for other things, but this is kind of crucial to the plan, so we're going to have to grab a couple of bits of that. As I say, a bit of a shame because we needed it for the sink, but we'll have to put that off. So grab some more iron before we can do that now. But this mallet then, we are just going to basically need, we're going to need some wool in order to do that. Right, now, I didn't realise that. And that now means we're going to go out and find some more sheep, which, in fact, no, we've got some wool here from the, oh, that was really lucky. I'd forgotten I'd got that. The sheep that got killed by the wolves, I managed to salvage the wool from. I was panicking a bit there. I thought I was going to have to go out and find some more sheep. And I tell you, these things are not easy. So there's our mallet, and let's just go and see how this thing works. So we're going to set it up outside here somewhere. I think just in the middle for now will do. So we'll put the tent up here then, and I'm going to use the mallet to turn these all into their full blocks. And I think the difference between the 2 mallets is the super mallet, the one with the gold blocks, actually does this instantaneously, so you only have to give it 1 hit and it turns into the sort of full structure blocks rather than having to do each one individually. But as I say, even with the gold that's down in the cave that we haven't got yet, I don't think that we'd have had enough to make the mallet. Depends how big the vein is, I suppose, but for now it'll do. So we're not going to be taking this up and putting it down that often. We just needed something just to enable us to pack our stuff up so that we can move to our new location. And I'm just going to get this finished and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so that is all the blocks done. So just come off the hammer, just click on the door, and we are inside. And you can see now, if we go into the map, we're kind of in this void world. Now, the way this works is we can put whatever we want in here. And whenever we take the tent down, we can pick it up, put it in our backpack, put it in our inventory, and it will keep all the contents. So we can put all our chests in here. As I say, it just means that when we travel to our new location, I'm not going to have to come back again to get stuff, because there's loads of stuff here that I don't really want to lose, and I don't want to be making loads of journeys. So yeah, pretty cool. Now we can go and get all our stuff and we can put it inside, and we can think about getting ourselves over to the new location. But before we do that, there is something that I want to go and do. And I'm going to need a couple of the guards with me because I don't want to do this on my own. So you can follow me. Yeah, you're following. And go and grab one of the guards from in here. So let's just get rid of that block. And you're a guard. You can follow me. And I don't think there's any other guards in here. It's just those two. So let's come outside. Right, guys, let's go. We'll put... Can you come away from there? That's it, good. Right, put the dirt back there just to keep those safe. And they're going to grab the other guard from over here. Get rid of the zombie, which is... there must be a cavern or something underneath the house. Right, and you can follow me as well. There we go. So let's just shut that door. Yeah, you got the door. Cool. Right. And I keep doing this, accidentally clicking and shutting blocks. So, are you going to come? Right. Yeah. No. Shut both doors. Right. Good. Okay. So, what I want is on the map. One of the things that I found. Now it's kind of over here somewhere. So we've got to get along the river a little way, but we'll just follow the river up. And yeah, you'll see when I get there anyway. But this is pretty cool. And I need to have a drink before we do anything else, actually. Let's just go and sort that out really quickly. I'll just drink that while we're moving. And then fill my bottles up. I'll use this one over here. And like so. Yeah, we're not going to have enough. We're not going to have enough iron now to make the sink, which would have given us clean water. But it's fine. This was a more important thing to do. So let's just grab some food. Just make sure we've got that. And these guards, you can sprint and they'll stay with you as well. So it shouldn't take too long. Okay, so let's go. We'll head over. I think it's this way anyway. Yeah, it is. Cool. So we'll head over this way. The guards will follow us, hopefully. Yeah, there they are. So it just helps to keep us a little bit safe from anything that might be lurking in the trees. And straight away, there are some mobs. That's fine. We'll just keep going this way. I think we can outrun them anyway. They do get in your way a little bit sometimes. Right, so here is the river. So just get ourselves over the other side of the river. And you can see the ice is forming already, so winter is definitely coming. So by the time we get back, those crops will probably have died. I should have dug them up really, but no worries. Okay, so nearly there. And that was quite eventful. We had a witch chasing us for a while, but yeah, the guards have dealt with it okay. And I don't think anybody's taken any damage. No, they haven't. So all cool. So this is the place that I wanted to get to. As I say, I found this when I was exploring before, but this is pretty cool. I could have just gone and grabbed this stuff, but I wanted to show you it because in these chests we've got some iron picks, and I'm just going to dump off some stuff that we don't want now, and we probably don't need that many seeds, and I think we can afford to leave one bit of wheat behind. I'm not really interested in the beetroot, but what I am interested in is those picks. And oh, that's cool, we've got some iron down here as well, so we can grab that. And we've got some golden apples, and I think we'll probably, before we go, grab the torches as well. So this is going to be really handy because now we can go and grab that gold, because obviously we've got the correct pick to do so. And I need to drop something else for now. And I think we'll potentially drop some more of the seeds, because as I say, I don't think we're going to need 3 stacks of them. Cool. So we're going to grab that. And I don't think we need the rails, but we will grab the torches because they are handy. There's no other way of getting standard Minecraft torches. And although we've got the flint and steel now, which we can... Oh, I didn't want to do that, sorry. Although we've got another way of lighting the primal torches, it's always handy to have these. And that one and that one. So yeah, that was... I'm going to hit you if I see you again. Are you... Oh, dude, are you following me? Oh, no. I've kind of upset you, haven't I? Why are you not following? That definitely was not something that I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, they are all following. Now, I did kind of look at this place, and there wasn't really anything massively interesting in here. But these structures, they generate all over the place. There's a couple of torches, probably grab those. But, yeah, there didn't seem to be anything else particularly of interest. But, yeah, it's just a bit deserted, to be honest. And if we get over to here, I don't think there was anything in this house either. This was empty. But yeah, fine. We'll leave that for now. Right, we're going to get back to base. And we'll see about getting down to the mine and grabbing the diamonds and the gold. And I can show you why things have been such an issue down there. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves down the mine. And you can see these... torches have gone out already, and I'm thinking potentially these guys might follow me down the ladder, and well, we'll soon see anyway. So let's just light up a few of these torches and just see what we can see. And oh, okay, so you fell down the ladder. Okay. A little bit worrying that all of these torches have gone out. I didn't think that had happened, to be honest, but we're going to have to go and light some of them up because I know there are definitely... I don't want any spawns down here. I don't want to suddenly find that we've got issues with mobs. Hopefully get it sorted before anything bad happens. There we go, that's that side sorted. Our 3 guards are with us. That'll certainly make life a little bit easier. Trouble is we've got to go further down here in order for this to be okay. So let's just light... Can you mind out so I can light these? Good. This has been the problem basically. These torches keep going out, and it just makes things a little bit dangerous. But anyway, we have got our pickaxe, and hopefully now we can grab the bits and pieces over here. And I'm a little bit... I wish I had bought some more stone with me, to be honest. So that's any of this stone that I can grab. Sure, but there's a little bit of lag there. I'm not sure what that was. Not sure what that was all about. These I forgot to mention before. These lava blocks, whatever they're called, stone lava crust. If you break them, they actually turn into lava, which is definitely not a good thing. I like that you get extra of these as well, so it's a bit like the plants. You can either just click on it or you can fully harvest it. Obviously there's no point in not fully harvesting them. And you can grab them before they're full. So I got 30 there, which wasn't too bad. We're going to grab the diamonds as well, because we've got diamonds over this side. And we'll just relight this torch. And hopefully we can do the same here. So okay, so yeah, mining wise that wasn't too bad. And these guys kind of like, they don't climb ladders. They just sort of like teleport to wherever you are. So they act a little bit in the same way as dogs do. But yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, mining wise then, we got 8 diamonds, got 30 pieces of this gold ore, and obviously that will turn into nuggets the same as the iron does. But yeah, I accidentally hit one of these guys while we was down there as well, and yeah, he wasn't happy about that. But yeah, fine. So anyway, the next thing then is we need to get all of our stuff packed up, and in order to do that, I think probably the best thing to do is I'm going to make a load of chests. I'm going to get them set up here, and it's quite a laborious process then of just transferring everything over, but then we will definitely be ready to make a move, and we can get on and get to our new home, which say I am quite excited about, and I want to get there as quickly as possible. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so everything's packed up. Just get in here. I'll show you how cramped it is in here now. I've lit it up a little bit, but yeah, so all of these chests, they're all full. And to be honest, I could really do with the bigger version of this, but yeah, we just didn't have the right amount of leather. But managed to get one into the little sort of open area at the top here, and that's all working fine. So we've got everything that we need, and there's a couple of bits and pieces left in there, but I'm not really so fussed about losing those. So all I need to do now is just go and get everybody together. So there's a zombie over there, and let's get away from that. We're going to leave the cows here, but we're going to have you two following me, and we'll get everybody out of here. Now I'm really hoping that this works and that everybody can stay together, but yeah, we'll see, that is for sure. So let's just make sure that everybody is following, and that you're following as well. Can I get out? Thank you. Come on, everybody out. Just a quick make sure that is everybody. And it is. I probably could have done with grabbing some of those books as well, but we've got plenty. We know the village is quite similar to this one, so there's another big house there. So if we need books, I know there's plenty of books in there. So anyway, I'm gonna leave the zombie over there. I'll just grab the tent. So just take the hammer, and all these people around me. It's quite difficult to actually move now, but basically, I think you just give it a click and pick it up off the floor. Make sure we do that. So as I say, I'm planning to sort of quite get across the river, and then we're just going to head sort of west towards the coast. Now it is quite a way to the coast, and I'm a little bit worried that we are going to get sort of like waylaid and attacked by stuff on the way, but hopefully it's nothing that the guards can't take care of. Okay, so village is just up ahead here. You see it coming into view. And I've noticed that everybody's running in my way, that is for sure. I've noticed that it's got quite a little bit colder. There's a fair bit of ice around, so we are going to need to get in somewhere as quickly as possible and get ourselves a campfire going. That is going to be the first priority. I do seem to be swimming quite slowly, and everybody is coming. That's good. So as I say, this this is absolutely the ideal location as far as I'm concerned. But I have just noticed a skeleton. And I thought that was a skeleton then. It's not. You know, that really looked like a skeleton. No, it's just a guard. Okay, so everybody is doing their own thing. And I think what we'll do, first of all, is we'll head over to the main house. Like so. There we go. Can everybody get up here? I'm hoping that they can. Let's just see if everybody can get up here. Or not. As the case may be. I thought they would be able to be honest. Okay, well, maybe not. We'll head over to somebody else's house and we'll head over to this house here. I kind of wanted to get them all into one house and use the set home command, but it looks like we are going to have to gate crash this big old house here. And once we can get everybody over here, I'm just going to do set home for all of these guys, because what I don't want is for them to wander home again because their homes are elsewhere. Right, so we've got a load of other people here already, and I think in between episodes I just need to have a quick sort of patrol and see who's who. And I've still got this one guy following me. Why are you still following me? So you can come in here, actually. What are you doing? Come in. Are you going to come in? You're not going to come in. Ah, oh, dearie me. That's an Enderman at the end. I wonder what that was then. Right. You come in here. Good. Right, so you set home and you can stay here. Good. Okay, so that's everybody taken care of. So that's everybody's in their new homes. I don't want to get involved with Enderman as yet. As far as I can see, pretty much everything is lit up okay. I think, to be honest, I'm probably going to spend some time just making sure that. Now, we know that the big house is lit up. And I'm going to presume this other one is as well. It'd be kind of interesting to see how we actually get in there. All the crops are dead. That's not a good sign. Yeah, I don't actually know how we get into that place. But I am desperately cold, so I need to stop messing around. And I need to choose somewhere just to set up in for a minute. And you look quite cramped. So Buster has bitten me. Buster, why? I don't seem to be able to hit Buster the Butcher. That's interesting, actually. Buster, I want you to follow me. Come on, let's go. Come on, Buster. And we're gonna get you over here because I am now absolutely freezing, and there is a chance that I could die here. So Buster, I want you just to stop here. Stay there. Okay, so we've got Buster contained finally. Got him in a little house and blocked him in there. We've used the stay here command, and even though he is infected, he still sort of listens to that. He just kind of growls at us when we talk to him, but I'm hoping that we can cure him. So yeah, I feel a bit bad for trying to kill him in the first instance now. But yeah, so we got it contained, and then things kind of went downhill pretty fast from there. We were cold, and unfortunately, I didn't act quick enough, and we died again. So another head, another death marker, but yeah, it's all fine. So in the meantime, while I was making my way all the way back from the other village, because I couldn't set, even though I put a bed down, because I was so cold, I couldn't sleep, so I couldn't set my home bed. And luckily there was some food over in the village, so I managed to make it over here pretty much unscathed. And yeah, so we've got a tent up, we've got a chopping block down, and I've put some paths to and from the big house just to make that a little bit easier. And I've put inside a campfire just so that we don't go through that situation again. And I thought that had gone out then, that was a little bit worrying. But yes, I kind of feel like it's in a better location there. And I put some torches down. Now, this is the best that I could do. These were all of the torches that I'd gathered up. And they do keep going out, but yeah, it's better than nothing at the moment. We will, I'm thinking about it at some point pretty soon. I think we're going to have to take a trip to the Nether and grab some glowstone, because that's the only thing at the moment that I can think of that's relatively easy to make, and there's sort of no maintenance involved with it because it will just stay on. But yeah, I'll have a little bit of a think about it in between episodes. So we've got all our guys in the house down at the end. As I say, these torches do keep going out, so I have to keep relighting them all the while. The only problem at the moment that I've got is that obviously there are still some unlit areas, and I don't want to go doing that. But people keep jumping in the water. So one of the things that I do want to do for definite is to get some sort of fences up just to stop people doing that. And I might have to cut away a few of these paths just so it's a little bit more manageable, because I am a little bit worried that as soon as I go away that things are going to spawn in here and we're going to start losing villages. As I say, unless I can fix Buster up, it looks as though we've already lost one. But there's one more thing anyway that I want to do before we end this episode, and I kind of mentioned the sink. Now, just get inside and get ourselves up to a crafting table, which should be up here. Oh, I've got a crafting station there. So yeah, I made a campfire over there. Pretty cool. So what I want to do is, it's this block. So it's from Cooking For Blockheads, but it's pretty cool because it's going to enable us to have clean water. Now, it's pretty expensive iron-wise, which is why I said before I didn't really want to use up all my iron, but luckily we found a load of the iron in those little sort of like mini mine shaft things where we found the picks and the golden apples. So we need a cauldron, which needs 7 pieces, and then we need 2 more pieces as the main part of the recipe. And as it happens, we have got a total of 10 now, so we've got 1 left over. And then we're going to need another one of these charcoal filters, which obviously 3 bits of charcoal and 6 pieces of paper. And hopefully, I say hopefully, I know I have got all of those bits. And that is not a good thing. So the campfire is... Was that setting the roof on fire? Let's just for now, just try to make that a little bit safer, because I definitely don't want things catching fire. We'll put some cobblestone actually in there, I think. I haven't got any on me at the moment, but yeah, hopefully that will make things a little bit safer. Let's just get rid of those 2 pieces as well. Okay, yeah, so let's go and grab some bits and pieces. So we need some paper and some charcoal. And hopefully I can make this jump. Yeah, we can. Good. Get ourselves inside here, and somewhere, I know we've definitely got a bunch of sugarcane. I'm hoping that we got some charcoal. There's none in there, so got a bit of wheat. So we'll grab some of the sugarcane, put some of that away. And maybe I haven't got any charcoal after all. I thought I had. Oh well, no worries. We've got some wood and we've got some coal, so we can make some charcoal. That's easy enough. Let's just get back outside again. Just very, very mindful that we want to sleep as soon as possible because I really, really don't want anything spawning. And there are loads of places where stuff can spawn at the moment. Okay, so we've got some charcoal. And just get back up to the crafting table. As I say, hopefully now we can get 6 bits of that. Is it 6 bits? No. Each bit gives you 3 bits, so we just want 2. And already I am going to need space to put some stuff. We've only just arrived, so let's get rid of these enchanting books in here for now. Put the head there. And let's make, as I say, some paper. So 2 bits of that. Oh, I just made sugar. If I had a brain, that'd be dangerous. Right, there we go. So now we should be able to put that together. Why is that not? It's because it's a crafting station. Let's just get rid of that. Right, let's try that again. So we want one of these filters. And then we should... Oh yeah, we need to make that as well. So we've got our cauldron. And then we should be able to put the whole thing together. Excellent. There is our sink. Now, I need a place to put this. And I want to try to keep things a little bit downstairs this time. Because it was getting a little bit of a pain having to run upstairs all the while to do stuff. So I think here seems a good place. So we'll pop that there. And if we empty one of these bottles, I think you just... Right, so... There we go. So now we have got access to unlimited clean water, as you can see. Clean water. So that is absolutely fantastic. So we haven't got to have that poison effect anymore. And like I said, I've got to do something about that. And we've got some of, in fact, put that there. And that'll be fine. Except it won't. Why did that happen? Let's just get rid of that for now. And that's just turn that back into normal. Don't know why that fell down actually. I think it's because that's underneath there, so that can't fall. I don't know. We'll figure that out in between episodes anyway. But yeah, I definitely don't want the house to catch fire. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So in between episodes, I want to try to make the place a little bit safer. I'm trying to find the stairs now. I want to try to make the place a little bit safer for these guys. So I don't want them to continually be falling into the water, that is for sure. And I need to make sure that nothing can spawn in here. It may well be that for now I have to move them all into one house, this big house down here, and barricade them in or something. Just for now. But yeah, going forward, I want them all to have their own. I want them all to have their own houses, and eventually, I want to go over and get the other village I spotted out on the map. I want to go and grab the people from there as well. Now, I am a little bit concerned about that because, as you saw, because I've been here already, stuff had sort of spawned in here, and obviously Buster became the first victim of that. And I've been over to the other village as well, so I'm hoping that nobody's been bitten there, but we'll rescue who we can. And yeah, then we're going to start building on this. I'm not sure how much of that I'll do on camera, but I think in the next episode, I want to work on probably the food situation. And yeah, just to make sure that we've got an ongoing access for food, and probably try and get into some of the cooking with blockheads. Now, I know that does use a lot of iron, so it's dependent on how much iron I can find, say, in between episodes as well, because I have got quite a lot to do already. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the episode there. So it's a good result. We've got a new home. I really like it. We've got our tent there. And we've got our sink, so we have got unlimited clean water at last. But yeah, cool. So if you like the episode, please hit that like button, and it's always much appreciated. And if you haven't subbed yet, think about doing that, because obviously you won't miss any videos then. And as always, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.